Taehyung BTS unveils a mesmerizing new dance performance that leaves millions of fans replaying it again and again. How many times can a single performance be replayed before it becomes a permanent memory etched in the hearts of millions? For global superstar Taehyung of BTS, the answer seems endless. The moment he released his latest dance video, filmed in a seemingly simple outdoor location, fans across the world lost themselves in his every move, hitting the replay button like a reflex, captivated by the seamless blend of artistry, charisma, and storytelling that only Taehyung could deliver. This is not just a dance. It is a cultural moment, a ripple in the endless ocean of BTS's legacy, and a reminder of why Taehyung remains one of the most fascinating and magnetic figures in the world of music and performance. In this article, we will dive deeply into the phenomenon surrounding Taehyung's new dance, the context, the artistry, the fan reaction, the wider cultural impact, and the emotional resonance that has turned a short clip into an unforgettable event. The surprise that shook the internet. There was no grand announcement, no months of teasers or countdowns. Instead, Taehyung dropped his dance video quietly, letting the performance speak for itself. Wearing a plain white t-shirt, loose black pants, a cap, and a simple mask, he looked effortless, almost understated. Yet, from the first second of movement, it was clear that this performance would be anything but ordinary. The setting was minimal, an outdoor location against a wall, the bright sky above, and an almost raw, unpolished vibe that made the dance stand out. It was stripped of the grandeur often seen in music videos or stage performances, but therein lay its power. It was Taehyung, raw and unfiltered, relying solely on the art of movement to captivate the audience. And captivate he did. Within minutes of posting, clips of the performance flooded social media platforms. Hashtags related to the dance shot to the top of Twitter's worldwide trends, and TikTok became a cascade of fans mimicking his moves, stitching reactions, and, most importantly, replaying the original. A masterclass in expressive dance. To understand why this particular performance resonated so deeply, one must first understand Taehyung's artistic identity. While he is globally renowned as a vocalist with a deep, soulful tone, Taehyung has always emphasized that performance is more than just sound. It's about how music and movement merge to tell a story. In this dance, his movements are fluid yet sharp, embodying a balance of control and release. The gestures are intricate, almost like sign language turned into choreography, conveying emotions without a single lyric being spoken. The dance alternates between powerful, grounded stances and moments of vulnerability where he almost seems to fold into himself, only to rise again with a surge of strength. Fans described it as watching emotions come alive, and many admitted to tearing up without fully understanding why. This is the magic of Taehyung, his ability to transmit feelings directly, bypassing logic, and reaching into the emotional core of his audience. The viral replay phenomenon numbers don't lie. Within 24 hours of its release, the video racked up millions of views across platforms. What made this even more extraordinary was not just the sheer number of viewers, but the fact that the replay count was unusually high. Fans weren't watching once. They were watching again and again and again. Some joked online about losing count after the 50th replay. Others admitted they had the clip running on loop while working, studying, or even falling asleep. The comment sections overflowed with variations of one sentiment. "I can't stop replaying this." Psychologists and media experts weighed in, noting that Taehyung's performance triggered a looping effect, where the viewer's brain craves repetition because the experience is emotionally satisfying yet slightly unfinished, urging the mind to seek completion through another replay. It's the same effect often observed in addictive music hooks, but here, Taehyung achieved it with movement alone. Fan reactions. A global outpouring across the globe. ARMY, the dedicated fandom of BTS, responded with overwhelming passion. Social media became a kaleidoscope of reactions. On Twitter/X, fans trended hashtags like #TaehyungDance and #ReplayKing, with users sharing slowed-down edits, detailed breakdowns of his movements, and heartfelt essays about how the dance made them feel. On TikTok, dance challenges began almost instantly. Thousands of users attempted to replicate the choreography, adding their own flair, but always acknowledging Taehyung as the inspiration. On Instagram, Artists created fan art inspired by stills from the performance, portraying Taehyung as both dancer and storyteller. On YouTube, reaction videos surged. From professional dancers analyzing his technique to fans recording their first-time emotional responses, the platform became a mosaic of admiration. One recurring theme in all reactions was awe at Taehyung's ability to combine simplicity and depth. As one fan put it, "He's not just dancing. He's speaking to us without words." The artistic DNA of the performance. Every performance is rooted in influences, and Taehyung has always been open about his love for blending styles: classical, contemporary, street, and even elements of traditional art. Observers noted echoes of contemporary dance in the way he used his body as a brush, painting invisible lines in the air. Others saw elements of hip-hop in his sharp isolations, and even shades of mime in the way he told stories with hand gestures. But what made it uniquely Taehyung was the emotional overlay. It wasn't just movement for the sake of form. It was movement infused with meaning. Each gesture felt deliberate, as if carrying a message too personal to be spoken aloud. Some fans speculated that the dance was autobiographical, a reflection of his inner journey, struggles, and triumphs. Others felt it was a gift to ARMY, a way of saying, "I'm here with you" during a time when live interactions are rare. Cultural impact. Beyond the fandom, the performance didn't just captivate fans. It caught the attention of the wider cultural world. Dance critics praised the piece for its minimalism and emotional weight. Entertainment outlets covered it as a major event, noting how Taehyung once again proved his ability to create global conversations with seemingly effortless gestures. In Korea, news stations reported on the viral phenomenon, while international outlets highlighted it as an example of BTS's continued cultural influence, even during times when group activities are less frequent. Dance schools began incorporating elements of Taehyung's choreography into their classes, teaching students not just the moves, but also the importance of expression and intent behind them. Why fans keep replaying the replay phenomenon became so pronounced that it became a story in itself. Fans shared theories online about why they couldn't stop pressing play. Some pointed to the hypnotic quality of his movements. Others said it was the emotional roller coaster, how every viewing revealed something new. One replay might highlight the strength of his stance. Another might reveal the vulnerability in the tilt of his head. A third might make you notice the rhythm of his breath. It was a performance layered like a painting. You couldn't see everything at once, so you kept coming back. And in doing so, fans found comfort, joy, and even healing. Many shared personal stories of how the dance lifted them out of stress, loneliness, or creative blocks. Taehyung's philosophy of performance. Those who have followed Taehyung's career know that he approaches art holistically. He has spoken about how music, dance, photography, and even fashion are interconnected languages of self-expression. In interviews, he often emphasizes that performance is not about perfection but about authenticity, about transmitting something real. This philosophy was evident in the new dance. The setting was not polished, the outfit was not extravagant, but the authenticity radiated, making it unforgettable. One critic wrote, "Taehyung reminds us that the stage doesn't need lights to shine. He carries the light within." The legacy of the performance weeks, months, and even years from now, this dance will be remembered not just as a viral clip, but as part of Taehyung's artistic legacy. Fans will recall the way it made them feel, the conversations it sparked, and the unity it created among millions of strangers bound by admiration for one artist. For Taehyung himself, it may be one more step in his ever-evolving journey as an artist who refuses to be confined by labels. Singer, dancer, actor, visual artist, he is all of these and more. And yet, with just a few minutes of movement, he proved once again that sometimes the simplest gestures carry the most profound impact.